Oh no, the simp! The pixelated BTS. I'm on a mission from Clown God. Neopets! Yes, Neopets! Friendship. Highly recommend the 2016 Domain Georgius Rumir. Still hating these characters a lot. That's right, sucker. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Psycholonials. Texas weather is crazy. Last week it was snowing and freezing, we couldn't keep power on, and water was not potable for like days. And now we got 80-degree weather, it's 84 outside right now. I'm wearing shorts, and oh gosh, and my allergies are killing me because everything's in bloom again. So if you notice like significant pauses in starts and stops of the audio, that's me cutting out any and all disgusting throat noises. Anybody remember disgusting throat noises? Yeah, I just got myself some delicious throat coat tea, and we gonna get into Psycholonials. Oh gosh, the cops have come. They are at Abby's doorstep, and now Z has to actually tell her friend that she murdered a cop. Or we'll find out if that's the case. Now, I don't trust the load function on this at all, so I'm just gonna click start again, and I should be thrown to no chapters. Yes, we are now at chapter 3. We're on a green couch. Chapter 3 of 9, wildcard. What's this? I don't want to touch it. I'm afraid. Oh, wait. We're in the middle. We have a... Okay. That was weird. Moving on. Why are the police here? Oh gosh, Abby, you can't tell them I'm here. What? Why? Because they're looking for me. That's definitely why they're here. They finally started snooping around my social media, and they connected me with you, and... Dang it, I should have known this would happen. Z, what did you actually do? Does this have to do with the Bitcoin stuff? No, not at all. It's worse. I just have to hide. I'm going back to the horse barn. Please just get rid of them, Abby. I'll explain everything later. The horse barn? No, just stay in my room. Please don't do anything stupid. I can handle this. No, I can't be here. I can't be in here. What if they have a warrant? I need to hide. Tell them it's unconstitutional to search a woman's horse barn. Well, that could be taken out of context. First of all, it's a stable, not a barn. Nobody is stable in this place. It's called Psycholonials for a reason. Also, I don't think that's even true. Sure it is. It just like keep mentioning the Constitution. The Constitution protects your rights as a horse owner. Just say that until they effing go away. I'm not talking about the Constitution with an effing cop. If they don't have a warrant, I'll just make them go away. I'll say I haven't seen you in a while, then you can tell me what's actually going on? Yeah, sure. Just get rid of those effing cops. Running to the barn. Flee. David Hasselhoff. Wait, this background art looks strangely familiar. Where have I seen background art like this before? What picture did Hussie take to have this and that he pixelated to use? His butt? Okay, looking out that window. Just hide. You keep an eye out to make sure the police go away. Sure enough, they drive off after what seems like an eternity. Looks like Abby got the job done. Oh, she mad though. Look at her go. Uh-oh. Okay, the cops are gone. I think you have some explaining to do. I can explain? Yes, maybe you can start with your car and why they found it near a dead cop. I was gonna tell you about what happened that night, but I couldn't bring myself to. We were having a good time, and I didn't want to ruin everything by talking about dead cops and all that stuff I went through that night. It was like traumatic. Okay, it sounds like you went through something terrible, so let's just slow it down. I'm not mad you didn't tell me, I promise. But please just tell me everything, because obviously I'm involved now. I need to know everything so we can figure out what to do. Yeah, that's fair. Well, the bottom line is, I shot a cop. What? You said you'd be cool. Okay, I will be, but holy crap, when? Was this the night you came over soaking wet? Yeah. Oh gosh, that bullet hole. That was a cop bullet. Ah, dang it, I knew that was all fishy. LMAO, you've been lying your butt off about all this, spinning all these crazy stories about how you shot your own manifesto like it was some manic creative episode when you were just covering up a cop killing. Please don't be mad at me. You said you wouldn't be mad. I'm not mad. I'm just losing it. It would be all kind of funny if it wasn't so serious. So if I'm understanding right, you actually tried to drive to my house that night, even though you were drunk and I told you not to do that. You crashed somewhere and a cop came by and then he shot at you? Yeah. Why? I was trying to grab my manifesto and I think he thought I was reaching for a gun. So I started mouthing off at him and he fired. So I jumped at him and I guess kind of wrestled him for a bit. Jeez. Anyway, I got his gun and I shot him a bunch of times. I don't regret it because he was a piece of crap and deserved it. Yeah, so I'm still not really... Then you got a ride to my place? No, the cop's dash cam probably recorded me, so I took the police car and drove it into the ocean. Oh my effing gosh, the puddle! Why, you sneaky? Well, yeah, I got an Uber from the wharf. After that, then I kept meaning to tell you, but I could never bring myself to. I just wanted to forget about it, really. I guess I can't blame you. It sounds horrifying. Well, it was. For the guy I shot. Dang, I really need some time to process all this. Wait, the cops showed me a picture of some guy. They asked me if I've seen him before? Crap, that was probably Percy. Percy? The simp I was messing with before I went out that night. Why do they have that guy's picture? Because I gave it to them. See, I know, it was stupid. I called 911 to report a car stolen to set up an alibi, sorta, and then they kept asking questions, so I panicked and said he was my ex-boyfriend. I shouldn't have, though. It was the one mistake I made in an otherwise flawless cover-up. Lol, flawless, sure. You should have probably have told him he's been implicated in a crime. I've been thinking about it, but if I couldn't bring myself to tell you, imagine how I'd feel about dealing with him. Also, whatever I say to him, I might just be incriminating myself. I need to think about it more. You also, couldn't have picked a worst possible time to be a fugitive? You just launched a whole social media brand and have tons of new followers. In fact, that's almost certainly how they connect you with me. I know it is. That's why they came to your house. I'm sorry. Z, you really are such a spectacular effing disaster. I know. I'm a complete screw-up and I'm scared about all of this. I don't know what to do except, keep fighting. I think that's why I've been pushing so hard with all this brand stuff. Why? To fight? Yeah, I don't want to cower. Not from the people who hate me, not from my past, not from the effing police. I guess this is the only way I know how. That sort of makes sense. It's pretty risky though, but it's not like any of this is really your fault. You were just defending yourself. Yeah, but they won't see it that way if they catch me. Of course not. But don't worry, I won't let them catch you. Just stay in my house until we can get this to blow over somehow. But from now on, we shouldn't stream or make content together. And don't make it obvious you're posting content out of my house. We can't give the cops any reason to think you're hiding here. You actually think I should keep working on my brand? Of course I do. You're doing great so far. The Jubilite stuff is so, crazy and weird. A lot of my fans are really clicking with it. Plus, we're only getting warmed up with our Pranksis efforts. Well, yeah, it'd be a shame to pull the plug on that now. Your parents are on the ropes. When all is said and done, what difference is a little more crime gonna make? In for a penny, right? In for a billion. Only a billion? That's a chicken feed number. I've been training you too well. I just don't want to see you give up. It would suck so much to let this horrible incident defeat you when you were the one who was attacked. Just keep following your vision. I'll do everything I can to protect you. All right. I'll keep fighting then. Good. What's next on the Jubilite agenda? I was gonna post the next chapter soon. This is where the dogma starts getting dicey. Lol, dicier than Pranksis? Well, not legally dicey, I mean socially. It's like entering the arena of weird gender crap, kind of skirting the edges of whatever I was ranting about when I got myself canceled during my nuclear meltdown. Oh no. It should be fine though. I think this all actually is good stuff. Screw the haters anyway. I think the brand is beyond cancellation at this point. They can try their worst, but it all just goes into the discourse machine now. I'll use it to my advantage to keep business booming. That's what I like to hear. I'm excited to see it. When does it drop? I still need to talk everybody through Pranksis. That's a whole thing, as you know. It certainly is. But maybe in a week, they'll be ready for the real truth bombs. Great. I'm happy to hear you have a plan. I was really rattled by the police stuff, but I think if we work together, we can get this under control. Yeah. Petting that horse. Sorry. So far, David Hasselhoff is my favorite part of this entire thing. Let's just try to forget about all this for today. It's really upsetting hearing about what happened to you. It's fine. I'm benefiting from the healing vibes of Dave Hoof, the true MVP of this outfit. Haha, yes, he sure is. 1 week later. Sip of tea. More Clark Powell, please. Another week slips by like it's nothing. Hold on, I gotta see. Okay, so we got 163 posts, 997k followers. Okay. Another week slips by like it's nothing. The passage of time is helpless against the momentum of your brand. The march towards 1 million followers is as inexorable as it is captivating. Even Abby, with her vast following, is taken aback by your rapid rise. You may have captured lightning in a bottle, which is hard to explain. Could it be the intrinsic allure of clowns? The socialist demagoguery? Your unique flavor of showmanship? Or your ability to manipulate discourse and controversy to your benefit? Is it still just a matter of riding Abby's multi-million follower coattails? Or maybe it's just plain pandemic-driven boredom juicing the numbers. No one seems to have the answer, but it's hard to argue with the results. Few have taken to the Jubilite lifestyle with more gusto than Abby herself. In the previous week, she's unveiled her new Clown Sona to uproarious acclaim. Apple Pie is a hit, and her Clown Sona posts are getting higher levels of engagement than even she's used to. So she got like butterflies on her face. And she's hugging her horse. Her horse looks so small next to her. She can't ride that horse very well. Oh gosh. Okay, reading it. Peter Griffin enthusiast. I ship Zapple Pie, to be honest. All I see here is a queen. Jeffrey Jubilite. We got Clown Fan. 39387. We eating good with all this serve. That Gerald's Clown Fire, hands raised. Something peculiar is going on, which wasn't supposed to happen. Her following is spiking right along with yours. She began at around 3 million and is now sitting at 3.5. There's unanticipated synergy between your two brands, which lends something to the claim that you aren't just coasting off her clout anymore. She's starting to get a boost from yours as well. Now that she's figured out radical clown energy is nearly as good for business as fashionably standing certain K-pop groups, she continues hyping your brand with all the more enthusiasm. Pranks' life hacks. Your public lessons on Pranksis are a hit as well. Stories of the fandom's implementation of these ideas have begun to circulate, which is becoming a form of content unto itself. Abby's been doing a masterful job at convincing her parents it's all just part of their ploy to own the gullible libs, drive clicks, and take their money. Everyone eavesdropping on her calls with her parents now would be hard-pressed to tell her apart from a staunch Republican. She gives all credit to her mom and dad for training her too well on how to sound like them. But tonight you prepare for something completely different. It has nothing to do with financially subverting the wealthy in a playful manner. You're now delving into the part of your manifesto which engages with the delicate politics of various social constructs. The delivery requires a deft touch, so you take some time to revisit the material before going live with it. Oh wow, the leg just sticking out. Are those contacts or makeup? Big questions. Everything is further complicated by the fact that you need to keep a low profile. You set up a streaming studio in the other wing of Abby's house, never doing anything to indicate the two of you are in the same building. You don't even use her Wi-Fi, in case they get clever and subpoena Instagram for tracing purposes, or whatever it is that they can do. I mean, I'm pretty sure they can still track your phone, unless NCIS has been lying to me about pinging all these years. Ziva Tony forever. Anyway. You only stream through your phone's wireless data plan, which is what you're preparing to do right now, as it happens. Okay, so it is makeup. Okay. Are you almost ready to stream? Almost, just brushing up on all this first. Also need to release the chapter itself, which I'll do in a minute. I've gotten so antsy to see how everyone will react to your new stuff. Yeah, you've turned into a real discourse dumpster diver. Well, it's all a lot more interesting than the discourse my brand usually gets. Your discourse just revolved around, like, the fact that you're hot, and how good or bad your opinions were on K-pop. I think the occasional horse girl fight would erupt. Sigh, yeah. I noticed you've dolled up in your clown Sona paint a lot more often lately, too, even in your posts. I love my clown Sona. Not that I'm complaining, but it seems like my brand has completely hijacked yours at this point. The Jubilite cultural hegemony is truly a force to be reckoned with. Sure seems that way. All I know is I'm just having a lot more fun with putting your thing in the spotlight than what I was doing before. I think my whole influencer routine was getting a little stale, TBH. Nothing like a ton of outrageous clown propaganda to liven things up. I'm proud you have fully indoctrinated you. No matter what happens from now on, I'll consider you my greatest conquest. Taking that out of context. T. Wow. Okay, I just posted the new crap. Let's just wait a little while for all that to make the rounds and I'll start streaming. Do you want to, rehearse your message or anything? I usually just wing it the moment I start streaming. Feels more real that way. Maybe we could talk about it anyway, so it's fresh in your mind? Sure, what do you want to talk about? Well, I read the chapter, and I've mainly been wondering how serious you are about this. About what? Clown gender? Abby, I am dead serious about clown gender. Lol, I can totally believe that. I mean, I personally think it's interesting and all, but I think a lot of people will probably think you're joking, or trivializing a delicate subject. Of course they will, that's good actually. It'll help drive discourse and pull more people in, but the theoretical foundations of clown gender are totally solid. I think most of our fans will start caping for the idea, especially the simps. Naturally, you can always count on the simps for the strong base of support. I fully expect the simps to start identifying as clown gender in their bios. If not, I will be so disappointed in them. I'm sure they won't let you down. Hey, wait, does that mean there are clown pronouns? I actually did come up with pronouns one time, but I never included them in the manifesto. What are they? Squeak, whim, whiz. LMAO. I guess I can see why that didn't make the cut. I think if I busted out those clown pronouns, people would really think I was taking a big gender crap. Plus, I think it would get annoying if tons of people started referring to themselves as squeak, whim self, and stuff. There are certain decisions you can make with clown ideology that are just plain irresponsible. Clearly, and we've shown nothing but impeccable restraint by promoting Pranksis. Yeah, Pranksis is just telling a bunch of people to do a bunch of hilarious crimes. It's fine. So, if there are no clown pronouns, how do clown gender people refer to themselves? Literally any pronouns are applicable. He, she, they. It's a wild card gender, like pulling out the Joker card for that part of your identity. Oh yeah, makes sense. So if I recall, there's a gender triangle with 3 genders, male, female, and clown on each point. It's a bit simplistic. You're excluding non-binary from the spectrum. See? Look. Wow. We just need a circle here and we'll have the Deathly Hollows. Anyway. The pyramid is a gender continuum, the bottom horizontal axis of a spectrum ranging from male to female with non-binary in the middle. That's all standard. You position yourself on this axis however you feel like. Then moving up the y-axis takes you closer to clown gender. The higher you go, the less you resonate with the entire concept of gender at all. It's like you're transcending the entire conventional spectrum and seeing gender for the farcical societal construct it really is. That's why it's clown gender. It embodies a whimsical attitude towards the whole deal. The pronouns, any pronouns are fine. A true clown gender person wouldn't care what they're called. They embrace all pronouns. Anyone at the peak of the pyramid is at full clown gender individual. After my stream today, I plan to come out as clown gender. Oh cool, you mean way at the top of the pyramid? Yeah, it'll get the ball rolling on the idea. Then we step back and let the discourse fly. But is it actually true that you identify that way? True enough. I mean, I came up with all this stuff, didn't I? Wow, I'm so proud you're taking this big step. Lol, thank you. I'll have to think about where I fit on your pyramid. I don't think I'm a clown. I'm too cis-womany for that. Yeah, you are. Take your time with it. Meditate deeply upon my clown gender continuum. One day, Riotous will bless you with an answer. Who? Riotous. Oh gosh, I haven't really gotten to the lore yet. There's so much. He's a mythical clown figure, the first Jubilite who lived millions of years ago. So he's the Hussie and Calmasis looking individual. Okay. What's his name again? I'm gonna go back. Riotous. Okay. He's a mythical clown figure, the first Jubilite who lived millions of years ago. He comes to me in these crazy dreams sometimes, which is where I got most of this from. I'll probably start getting into this stuff in a few weeks. This all sure is something. People will probably flip out about it. I can barely even imagine the discourse surrounding whatever the hell this even is. Like, a story? A religion? I'm sure it'll be complete pandemonium. Deploying this material to the masses in its own way is a great form of Pranksis, actually. It's like meta Pranksis. So the introduction of Pranksis to the world is also Pranksis. Jeez. Alright, ready to start streaming? Here, you can work the camera. Okay. Later. Sipping some Luke cold tea. Okay. You both carefully study the aftermath of your clown gender stream for the rest of the day. As expected, the discourse is popping off. Passionate discussion flares up, resulting in a great many truly awful takes, whereas others begin enthusiastically plotting themselves somewhere on your clown gender pyramid. All the more dedicated Jubilites vibe with the material instantly and update their clown sonas accordingly. All in all, you consider it a very successful installment of your serialized manifesto, and you celebrate this with your friend in the customary manner. by continuing to loot her parents' supply of preposterously expensive wine. Abby, I have bad news. What? We ran out of the wine that cost over $10,000. Oh no! I had to get this one off the bargain shelf. It's only $8,000 according to the web. I guess we'll have to make do with this swill tonight. Unbelievable, forced to live like common peasants. That's fine. We can rough it for a little while until our prankster ship comes in. Maybe we should debrief on all that tonight. Yeah, it's easy to lose track of our business objectives when everyone's in such a frenzy over clown gender. The reception to my gender pyramid couldn't possibly be better. The discourse is exquisite, much more satisfying than this discount wine for beggars. So, where are we with all this? Are you still seducing my mom? Yeah, I'm this close to getting her to want a divorce. Just need another push or two. How are things going with your dad? Good. I've certainly been talking to him a lot more frequently than he's ever come to expect. Which has actually been pulling the strings a lot easier. He's so delighted to be hearing from me so often. I think it's made him a lot more willing to believe the stuff I'm saying. Almost makes me feel kind of bad. Don't feel bad. Remember, these are bad people, actually. Oh, I know. It's hard to forget that since the role-playing I've been doing has been making me feel pretty gross. Role-playing? Yeah, I've gone really hard in the direction of acting like I've taken a sudden conservative turn in my beliefs. Lol. I mean, I still keep it believable. I still say I hate Trump, and I talk a lot of crap about Biden too, because he's obviously a rapist. He gets a kick out of it when I rant like that, because it wasn't even that long ago he hated Biden too, before he started giving him millions of dollars, I mean. Yeah, looks like he's got a new crush. Your dad, ex-Biden, sounds like especially torrid old man Yowie fic. No, but also, yeah, pretty much. So, I just go on like that, and I barely even talk about Bitcoin anymore. That approach is too ham-fisted. It just makes it obvious that I have some weird agenda after a while. Instead, I spend a whole lot of time trashing our fans, calling them, gullible socialist simps who hate America. Well, that is basically what they are. It just so happens that they're right to feel that way. Yeah, I just do a lot of sneering at their liberal bullcrap, as if my experiences with the fans have really opened my eyes towards sensible conservative thinking. See, the trick is to just take all the crappy things he's ever said about politics and, repackage those statements in my own voice and say it all back to him. You think it would be suspicious, me suddenly flipping on a bunch of political stuff we used to argue about, but I just know how he thinks. He loves hearing it, so he wants to believe it's true. It just confirms his biases, you know? Just like all of this is confirming Hussie's biases? He just assumes I'm growing up, dispensing with my childish political beliefs, and becoming the responsible heiress he always wanted me to be. This is genius. You are literally the CEO of Pranksis right now. I feel like a silly baby toying with your mother's heart. No, your angle is so good, and who knows? Okay, God knows they need a divorce. You're helping them, actually. This is so weird. To think about breaking up your parents who actually seem to be getting along, even though you guys say that they weren't. Anyway, yeah, they also have too much money, which turned them into crapheads. So we're doing them a favor by taking it, really? Oh, absolutely. I think I'm about to hit a wall, though. There are diminishing returns when it comes to email seduction. She obviously doesn't suspect at all that this isn't the real guy she's talking to. It's just, I start running out of ammo with the sexting crap. It gets repetitive and there's no way to up the ante, because it's not like I can call her. Maybe what you need is a voice actor to play this part. It can be really any dude who's willing to bullcrap through a fake affair as a rich Republican donor. Even someone younger, maybe one of your simps. It would have to be someone who wouldn't mind becoming deeply complicit in crypto fraud. That probably describes half our followers? What? Or maybe it could be someone who already is complicit, even if he doesn't know it yet. Oh no, the simp. He's already in so much trouble right now. Here we go. You open your previous DM with Percy and pick up where you left off on your drunken conversation. Like barely a day has gone by. This time you make sure your flirtation is considerably less hostile, which he appears to appreciate. He's more than appreciative, actually. His instincts as a devoted simp seem to be in overdrive now, considering how much clout you've accumulated since you last spoke. He must feel quite special, given that he had a chance to speak with you when you only had a meager following of 1,000 people. This special feeling of elite ground floor access to you is a factor you can easily work to your advantage. By now, you doubt there's much you could ask of him that he wouldn't leap at the opportunity to help you with, and as a dedicated fan of your content, he should be more than thrilled to participate in a scheme which is such a quintessential act of pranksis. You consider how many simps would kill for a chance to be in his shoes. If not literally commit a murder, then to at least be framed for one. You decide not to mention your troubles with the law just yet, let alone the fact that you arbitrarily decided to implicate him in the slaying of a police officer. That would really kill the mood. It would also overwhelm him when you really need his wits as sharp as possible, so he can play the role of a wealthy suitor to a middle-aged billionaire woman. After all the flirtatious pleasantries are over, you and Abby retire to the living room as you continue walking him through the play. Oh gosh, I can't remember Percy's voice. Oh, it's been 3 weeks. Okay. So, just to be clear, you're asking me to call your friend's mother and engage in various forms of amorous banter? Yeah, but geez, Perce, you're gonna have to turn on the charm a little better than that. Okay, I believe I can do that. Remember a few weeks ago when you slid into my DMs and started hitting on me? Well, I'm not sure I was. Don't get me wrong, I think you're cool and... Dang it, Perce, you're a very thirsty boy that night. Don't screw with me on this. I know an eager simp when I see one. Your move worked, didn't it? Here I am, talking to you again, asking you to help us out with some super important mission-critical stuff. So it's time to stop doubting yourself. You clearly have some killer Chad instincts or whatever, which you don't even fully grasp yet. Well... So I just need you to help the movement by channeling that sick Chad energy towards a rich woman who's extremely lonely and horny. I'll do my best, but aside from participating in a series of sexually charged conversations with this woman, I'm not sure what else to say exactly. I don't have the context for their previous interactions, or know anything about the character I'm supposed to be playing. Don't worry about that, I'll send you copies of all the email chains. I can also send you all the info I have on this guy. He's just some rich douche who gives Republicans a lot of money. She's met the guy once or twice, but otherwise never encounters him, except for these fake emails I've been throwing at her. Yes, research material will be very helpful. Please send me everything you have. Perce, this is amazing of you. It takes some real balls to do this. I hope you know how much I appreciate it. It's no problem, really. It sounds fun. I'm happy to help. Hey, maybe after you've made some progress with our mark, you can hop a ferry over here. I mean, for real this time? Sorry if it sounded like I was screwing with you about that last time. No, it's okay. Sure, I'd love to. All I'm saying is life on the island gets kind of lonely, you know? Like, real lonely. The pandemic isn't helping much either. It feels like an eternity since I socialized, if you know what I mean. Slat. Yeah, I do. It's been quite some time since I had any company outside of work, I mean. Just let me know when you'd like me to come. I'll be there. Stop. Oh boy. I can see what's happening, and they don't have a clue. Oh yeah, that cool, Perce. Gotta go. Bye. Knew it. Push. No means no, bish. Abby, I don't think It's okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have. No, it's fine. I don't want to hurt your feelings. It just seems like a bad idea. I just got carried away. I know you're not into me in that way. I'm sorry, it's not that. It's just... You don't have to apologize. You're straight. I get it. I know that. I get pushy, too pushy sometimes. No, it's not like, I'm not even that straight. I don't think you really understand me. I'd like to. Abby, you're like the only person in the world I actually care about. And all that, like, what we just almost did, for me, that's not... It's certainly not about affection. It's more like a weapon. Oh, that sounds sad. Look at what I just was doing with Percy. This guy probably doesn't really deserve any of this. He doesn't. He's just a very sad, very lonely boy, and I feel bad for him. Anyway, you were just having some fun with him. And he likes it. It's so obvious that being able to help you out is like the best thing that's ever happened to him. Abby, I framed him for cop murder. Okay, yes, that was pretty bad, but you just panicked when talking to some cops. We can figure out how to deal with that. It wasn't like sending his photo as a result of some diabolical sexual con. You just screwed up, that's all. Yeah, but it only happened because that was the day I began messing with him. Look, all I'm saying is I kind of am screwed up about the subject. And no matter what happens, I don't want to feel like I'm using that particular weapon against you. Does that make sense? Totally. I have to pee. I really flew through the dollar store wine tonight, didn't we? Lol, yeah. Awkward silence. Clap, 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 clap. Are you gonna ever mention that you stashed a gun in her drawer? Psychic damage, knife to the brain. She's crying. Oh, I think she was crying. I didn't catch that last part. Tears. Influencer Z named person of interest in murder in Nantucket police officer. Yeah, now that's being brought up. Okay, now everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Oh my gosh, that's it? That was a really quick chapter. Goodness gracious. Okay. I can dig it. Crown and sword. Let's go. Is that it? Nothing else? To be continued. I'll just save even though I don't use the saves. Ah, gosh. Can I see the chapters again? Like, okay, I'm gonna try it this time. I'm gonna go to main menu. Yes. I'm gonna go to load. I'm gonna load this save and see if it actually loads for like actual real this time. Because I want to make sure I'm not like skipping any like interludes or anything like that. Well, looks like I broke it again. Dang it, Hussie, fix your dang game. Well, I think I'll just leave it here for now. Still don't like the characters. Kind of annoying. Oh gosh, I bet people are unironically fans of this, aren't they? They are, aren't they? I wonder how Corey thinks of this. She's like a more radical left than me. Goodness gracious, definitely more than me. Anyway, gosh, I gotta get this edited ASAP, and I gotta get back to editing and drawing and all this different things. I've got like so much planned before Fort 13 happens, and I gotta get that all set and ready to go. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye! Pranksis.
Hey there. Consider becoming a patron, just like the phenomenal Bleed Red, Alexander Madeline, Uranium Coffee, Ryan Nelson, and Runda.